Hi, it's Mayor Nancy Peckford here. I'm at the Garden Centre of our local Canadian Tire, and I'm pleased to be joined by public health nurse Joanne DeZormo, and Joanne is going to walk us through the why and how to use a cloth mask when we're out and about in the public in the fight against COVID-19.
Absolutely. So a face covering is a non-medical face mask that is worn over your nose and your mouth. It should fit snugly but comfortably on the sides of your face, and it can be fastened with loops or ties. Wearing a cloth face covering can be an additional measure that we can take from spreading the virus, especially when we're not able to maintain that physical distancing, so that's 6 feet or 2 meters. Wearing a face covering is really more to protect others from a virus that you might be spreading. Medical masks, so things like an N95 or a surgical mask, we really need to be reserving those for our frontline healthcare workers as supplies are tight and they need them most at this point in time.
Excellent. So I picked this one up at another local grocery store. Someone's been making cloth masks in the hundreds, and they've been donating them to a variety of community locations so that people can pick them up. Is there anyone who shouldn't wear a cloth mask, Joanne?
Yeah, absolutely. So children under the age of 2, anyone that has trouble or difficulty breathing, as well as anyone that might not be able to remove their mask without assistance, should not be wearing a face covering.
And do you have recommendations for where people find cloth masks? Of course, I know there's a variety of places where you can pick them up. They've been made by volunteers. What's your recommendation if someone doesn't have one and would like to find one?
Absolutely. You can make your own face covering from some of the materials that you can find in your own home, such as a t-shirt or an old tea towel. If you go to the Health Unit website, we have lots of instructions on how to make your own mask, ones that involve sewing as well as ones that don't involve sewing. We also have a list there of local producers within our own community that make the masks, and so you can obtain one from them.
And what about washing protocols? Should be putting on a fresh mask every time you go outside? What does public health recommend?
Yeah, some of the precautions that are necessary when using face coverings are we can absolutely be washing our hands both before and after using a face covering, as well as avoid touching our face when we're using a face covering. We also recommend that you wash your face covering after each time you use it, just by throwing it into the laundry on a hot cycle with laundry detergent and then drying it thoroughly.
Excellent. And finally, is there any other words of wisdom you have? You know, lots of people in the community feeling anxiety, wanting to make sure they have a face mask on, or there are people who are choosing not to wear them, likely because they're confident in physical distancing. Any final words for all of us who are navigating this new world?
Absolutely. We would recommend to always be carrying your face covering with you when you are going out in public. In the event that you do end up being in close contact with people and you weren't anticipating that, then you have your mask with you. We'd also recommend we need to continue that physical distancing as well, washing our hands frequently, staying home when we're sick, and lastly, doing that regular cleaning of those common hard surfaces.
Excellent. And 2 meters apart is about this. Yeah. Thank you, Joanne. We really appreciate your wisdom and your guidance here. Thank you again.
Thank you.